Right, hello everybody, and welcome to my new channel, The Levite Knight. I don't really know what I'm doing because my knowledge of technology is probably about 4 or 5%, but my son does know what he's doing. He's got his own channel, The Viking Christian, which some of you may have seen or followed, and he set me up today to make my first video. My name is Charles. I'm 72 years old, and I've had several jobs throughout my life, which now I want to share some of the experiences of my work, some of the people I have met, some of the events that have happened during these years. I started work in 1969, and here we are in 2025. That's well over 50 years of work. I've been, well, I can roughly sum it up in 10-year periods: an accounts clerk, a storeman, a doorman in London, a head of chess in a private school, and the last 10 years as a local gardener. 5 different careers, during which time, as I say, I have met many people, seen many things, learnt many things, and experienced 5 decades of living. And this channel, I'm hoping, will share some of those experiences with anyone who is interested in watching. And if I wanted to, I could even go back earlier than 1969, because I've always been a worker. When I was 12, I was a paper boy delivering newspapers. You don't get that these days because things have changed. There I was on my bike delivering papers around the local back streets. When I was 14, I became a butcher's boy. You don't get that now. Delivering meat on a Saturday morning, again around the local back streets. When I was 16, I became a bread van assistant. This was a Saturday morning job, and I used to work with a bloke called Mick, who was the driver of the van, and we used to set out on Saturday mornings at 5 o'clock in the morning. We used to go in his car to the local bakery, get a sheet of the shops we were delivering to and what they needed, load the van up, and away we'd go. And we'd finish about 2:30 Saturday afternoon. And if I was lucky, Mick would drop me off somewhere very close to Meadow Lane, where Notts County play. And there, with my day's pay in my pocket, I would meet my friends and spend the next couple of hours watching Notts County. They haven't improved much since those days. So that is the basis of my working life. Paper boy, butcher's boy, bread van. But on Monday, the 11th of August, 1969, I stepped foot into the big wide world of reality. I got a job as an accounts clerk. I didn't even know what an accounts clerk was. And I was in an office of 5 or 6 people. And I remember that day just like it was yesterday, because something happened to me that is almost unbelievable. It's my first day at work. I'm 2 weeks out of school. So really I'm still a schoolboy. But I'm not a schoolboy, I'm in employment. And I was given a desk and a chair. But one of the gentlemen in the office advised me to change the chair, which, because I was so shy and immature and embarrassed almost, I didn't. And I sat there. I sat there from 9 o'clock till lunchtime. And I was told it would be my lunchtime, I think it was 12:30 till 1:30. The other office workers had gone out. And at about 12:20, I was in the office by myself, and I started to think that in a few minutes' time I would be going for my lunch. And if anyone would like to hazard a guess as to what happened, I think they will be wrong, because this is what happened. When I tried to stand up from my chair, I was absolutely stuck to it. The chair and myself were as one. If I stood up, the chair stood up, came up off the ground. It was like a plasticated fabric. And because I'd been sat there for 3.5 hours, nervous, I'd just become one with the chair. I did not know what to do. And I got 10 minutes to do it in, whatever I chose to do, to get up. I looked around the office, and on another desk, I saw a ruler. So I wheeled myself, because the chair was on wheels, I wheeled myself round the office desks to this ruler, wheeled myself back to my desk, and slowly started to prise my trousers away from the chair. First this side. When I was free, made sure I was free, and then this side. And eventually I could stand up. And a couple of minutes later, 2 gentlemen called Arthur and Mick, my bosses, came in. They'd been out for a drink, because in those days, 1969, you smoked and you drank during your lunch hour and did what you wanted. And they said to me, "Charlie, we'll see you at 1:30. And I stood up freely and I said, "Fine," got my coat, put it on, and did whatever I did in my lunch hour. When I arrived home that night, took my coat off, took my new trousers off, and when I went to hang them up, there on the back of them was a perfectly shaped green heart, which was the colour of the chair, on my backside. I'd taken away half of the chair onto the fabric of my trousers. That was my first day at work, my first experience of work. And here I am now reliving it. I don't know how long ago 1969 is, but it's a good few years, over 5 decades. And that's what this channel is going to be about. Over 5 decades of people, places, experiences, and life. And if you've enjoyed this one, I hope that you subscribe and perhaps enjoy more. Thank you.